Hey there guys, how you all doing? I hope you're well, and thanks for joining me in another video. A couple of weeks ago we looked at terrain and we talked about how important it is in Killteam. With that comes movement over that terrain, up and down it, especially when we've got such verticality as we do in Killteam. The potential's there to have very, very high vertical maps, and as such you need to be able to get up and down or across platforms. Now, how are we going to do that? That's a really good question, and that's what I want to talk about today. Movement across terrain. So the basic movement across terrain is broken down into three different types: climb, drop and jump. We'll take a look at each one of these individually, as you're probably used to by now, with some examples right up here. Okay, let's get into it. Let's take a look at climbing first. To climb a piece of terrain, you need to be within one triangle of it. You also need to have a way up the terrain. So that needs to be something like a rope, a chain, a ladder, a pipe, a support column, something that will allow you to get from the ground level up on it. Also, it can be no higher than one square. The final thing to remember is that you need to be able to have your operative space fully on the terrain piece. So not half hanging over, it has to be wholly within the terrain piece. In that case, all we need to do is clamber up it. Now, if it's a partial movement, we've got to round up to the nearest circle. So let's, for instance, say, using custodies as the ever good example, let's say it's 2.5 inches high. So that would be a circle and half a circle. Dropping down terrain works quite similar to the climbing rule. You've got to be within 1 inch of a climbable part of the terrain, but this time we round down to the nearest circle in terms of height. Let's have a look at an example. The final thing to look at is jumping. For example, let's say we're on the roof of a building and we've got another building adjacent to us, and the gap's not overly wide. In fact, it can be up to 1 square, and it can have a height difference of 1 circle. If those two things are true, if it's no further than 1 square away and either higher or lower vertically than 1 circle, we can make a jump. How do we do that then? Well, you've got to have enough movement to do so do check that. Other than that, we just have to make a simple dice roll. We need to get a 2+ on 1d6, and if we do, we succeed and we get across. If not, then we don't succeed and you stay exactly where you are. Let's have a look at an example. There is something about jumping across rooftops while firing down at enemies that is so unbelievably cool. Gets me very excited. And there we have it, guys. A quick look at movement across terrain and what you need to do to climb, drop and jump. Hopefully you'll have got some benefit from this and it'll have helped your understanding of the game and your enjoyment a little bit more. If you've made it this far in the video, can I ask you, if you've not already, please do subscribe. If you have, leave me a comment, leave me a thumbs up. I'd love to know what you think of these videos. Am I doing something right? Am I doing something wrong? Is there something that you'd want to see me talk about? I know narrative's well up there in the things that people want to talk about, so that will be coming very, very soon. Well guys, thank you very much for watching, and remember, if you're going to do crack, make sure it's plastic. See ya!